Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So I thought that today I would show you how my fuel tent project is coming along, and I'd also show you how my very last project for the year, for this season, is coming along. It'll be done today. I'm waiting on some gravel. And also, of course, as the title of the video says, I'm going to show you where it is that I found extra room to relieve my pantry of a whole bunch of number 10 cans so that I can concentrate on storing proteins in my pantry. But first, let's go ahead and show you the fuel tent. So the last time you guys saw this, I believe I had just built this shelf. So I went ahead and built another small shelf in the back. As you can see, I'm able to put another row of 5-gallon cans. I also put a shelf up there where I keep some of my automotive things. As you can see, I've got some stable up there. I've got some diesel stabilizer or some fuel oil stabilizer. I got some motor oil. I've got a good supply of oil filters for both of mine and Mrs. Alaska Prepper's truck. And I've got some brake pads there that I bought for the truck. Because I think they're probably just going to go up in price, and probably within the next couple of years they're probably going to need brake pads, and those things will last forever. So over here, as you can see, this is a 100-gallon, not 100-gallon, a 100-pound tank. I have 3 more of these, and they're going to go on that side of the wall. So right next to that 100-pound tank, there's going to be 3 other 100-pound tanks there. And then I'm going to take my small 5-gallon tanks, and I'm going to go ahead and line them up across the back. And I may build another small shelf so that I can double stack the 5-gallon tanks, because I have, I believe, 4 more that I have to fill up before winter so that I can have this completely stocked up. So this is what it's looking like, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad. Not too bad. The floor is working how it's supposed to. If you guys were with me when I built this, I showed you that I made the floor a little unlevel so that any water that falls on it will naturally want to fall through towards the back, and it's working out well. So whenever it rains, of course the entire floor will get wet because it's just a tent and it's not sealed. So even the inside of the floor of the tent will get wet on the floor because the water just runs back and falls out the back. So it's working out really well. I'm pretty happy with it. So let me go ahead and show you guys what the first thing is that I did to find some room, some extra room, so that I can store more preps in my pantry in the form of proteins. So this here, ladies and gentlemen, is my prepper trailer. More like a storage trailer, really. So what I did was just something really simple. We all know that toilet paper takes up an awful lot of room. So at first, I was kind of afraid of leaving toilet paper in this trailer, but I remembered that when we moved here almost 3 years ago, I had left like 3 packs of toilet paper in the trailer, and honestly, I didn't leave them there on purpose. I just forgot about them. So when I was rearranging everything inside this trailer so that I can have it moved, I found those 3 packs of toilet paper, and they were in their original plastic container. And there was absolutely nothing wrong with them. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. We were using them. Nothing wrong with them. They didn't feel like they were muggy or anything like that. So this trailer, even though a tree fell on it, you can see this right here. Even though a tree fell on this trailer, it's still sealed, meaning that there's no leaks coming into it. So even when it snows, there's no water or anything like that gets into the trailer. And there are no rodents or anything like that in the trailer, or any way that they can get in. The only way that a rodent could get in is if I let it in, right? So I felt so comfortable with the toilet paper being in there and being good that what I did was, you see all of these black bags here? This is all of the toilet paper that I had in my pantry. So I took all of that toilet paper out of the pantry. I put them in these industrial construction bags, and I put them in here. Now what we'll do is every time that we buy a new pack of toilet paper, we'll go ahead and switch one of these out with the new pack that we bought. So that's what we'll do. We'll just come out here, switch one out with the new pack we bought, and we're good to go. And what that did is it freed up a whole bunch of space in my indoor pantry for me to restock or restack some number 10 cans and make up more room for protein items. That's what I really want to concentrate on here for the next while. It's a lot of protein items, right? In addition to the things that we normally rotate, I want to get a lot of canned proteins, right? And now let's go and show you what my last project of the season is, and then we'll show you where it is that I found some serious amount of room to be able to store some of my food preps for long term, which will free up an awful lot of space in my pantry. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the road that I live on. And as you can see right here, when I first moved here, or the first year after I was here, it took me about a year, what I did was I put a culvert right here where it separates the road. Oh, sorry about that if you heard my neighbor's truck. Where it separates the road, I put a culvert, and then what I did was I just filled in an area so that we can park. But it wasn't really finished yet. It was a quick job. So then what me and Victor did, or what Victor and I did, is we came over here about 10 feet back and we built a retaining wall. And this looks like a simple wall, but let me tell you what, I busted my shoulder doing this. It was kind of a pain in the butt doing it, because the holes that we had to dig, or that Victor dug, because he's the one that dug most of the holes. I tried, but broke myself off real quick. The holes had to be at least 4 feet deep and about 1.5 feet wide. So he ended up digging 6 of those holes. I talked to a professional that does this for a living, and he said that I only needed to put a 6 by 6 inch treated post every 8 feet, but I decided to do it every 4 feet to give it a lot more strength. So this is my last project of the year. Later on this afternoon, I have a load of gravel coming in that's going to fill this entire area. Obviously I got to pick this stuff up, but I still have to put some screws on the wall, and I want to pick all this stuff up and have it ready for it's a lady that's dropping it off. And so she's going to come and drop off a load here, and I think I'll get away with a load. I might end up having to get 2 loads, but we'll see. But that's what we did. So what that's going to do is it's going to give us about an additional 10 feet, because from about here to the wall, it's roughly 11 feet. It'll give us an additional 10 feet or so to be able to park on. And when the gravel is brought all the way to the top of that retaining wall, it'll be level with the road here in front. So this was my last project of the season, and it should be done today. So, well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and cover something real quick that I forgot to mention. I should have started off the video with this, but you know, the video that I put up yesterday where I was comparing the Impossible Whopper to the regular Whopper, that was supposed to be like a fun video. You know, I truly did get a phone call saying, hey, can you just pick up some junk food for dinner tonight? And we don't eat junk food all the time. Man, I don't remember the last time I've been to Burger King, to tell you the truth. And Burger King just happens to be right by where I work. So when I left work, you know, I told him, I was like, well, you want some Burger King? Because it's right here by work. It's easy for me to get. And junk food is junk food, right? So that's where I went. And I was like, you know what? Let me get one of these, because there was a guy in front of me who ordered one. And when he ordered it, I was like, oh, that's nasty, you know? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get one of those so that I can review it and let, you know, and show the people on the channel. I figured it'd be a fun video. But boy, I'll tell you what, some people just have pretty sad lives. I mean, some people got so angry at that video, and some people just went way off the rails, you know, just because I did a review on an Impossible Burger or Impossible Meat, whatever the heck that thing is called, to a regular meat burger. You know, ladies and gentlemen, if life's that bad, then I mean, take a look in the mirror, you know, and let me go ahead and put this out there too. You know, I'm not feeling froggy or anything like that, but in all honesty, you know, and I'm trying to be as kind as I can be by saying this, if you watch one of my videos and when you watch it, it makes you angry, then just don't watch it. Just click on a different channel. Life is way too short for you to be upset at something that's really not an issue. I mean, I had somebody on there say something like, is this the kind of content you're putting out, or something like that? And I'm like, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, it was just a video that I did to have a little bit of fun with you guys. You know, it's not like I am a professional food reviewer. And I very kindly told that person on my reply that it's his choice what videos he or she, I'm not sure if it was he or she, but I told that person that it was their choice what videos they clicked on, and that they weren't being forced to click on my videos. So in all honesty, you know, in all honesty, and I'm being very genuine when I say this, if you don't like this platform, then don't click on it. Because it is your choice to click on it. And then, on top of that, to leave an ignorant comment that means absolutely nothing, it's just making you look, you know, bad. I guess, for lack of a better word. So just don't click on it, ladies and gentlemen. Life is too short. If I upset you because of the things that I do, then don't watch this channel. It's not about the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about having 1 million subscribers. It's about reaching and teaching. But every now and then, it's nice to have a little bit of fun. Now, I'll have to say this, for the majority of comments, for the majority of the people that viewed that video, they were kind of happy because, you know, Victor was in it, and he was, you know, doing what Victor does, right? So I'm glad that most of the people, you know, had a good time with that video. And just, you know, as a disclaimer, I was not trying to sway anyone either way as to what you should be eating or buying. You're your own person. Live and let live. You can live how you want to live. I'll live how I want to live, right? But if you feel that you're getting angry just because you're watching something, just click off of it. That's what I do. And you know, I don't give videos thumbs down. And let me tell you why I don't give a video a thumbs down. I used to, when I first started watching YouTube, I used to do it all the time. But the reason I don't give videos, and it doesn't matter to me whether you give my video a thumbs down or not. You know, that's up to you. And it's not like I can control that anyways, right? But the reason I don't give a video a thumbs down is because the person who created that video and published it on YouTube, they're not making me watch it. So if I'm getting upset at a video that somebody put out, it's my own fault because I'm the one that clicked on it. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and leave it at that. Now let me go ahead and show you guys what I came up with for my ultimate storage of my number 10 can preps. All right, so we'll be there in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at are the floor joists for one of the wings of my house. So I am under the house right now. And for those of you that don't know, that one of the wings of my house, the underneath is temperature controlled. So I have it completely sealed because it's where I keep my water tank and all of my pipes. I believe I have a video out there a while back where I showed you guys where I keep my water tanks and all. Now, this entire room, now you're going to see over there, it's all dark. But these are all the floor joists from that one wing of my house. And this entire room down here is completely temperature controlled. And it's really great for a few reasons. Number one is that the temperature down here in the summer never gets above 55. And the temperature in the winter never gets below 50 because I have a small Toyo stove. I'd show you, but I don't think you can see it. Let's see. Yes, there it is. I have a small Toyo stove that runs on the winter, and I leave it at 50 degrees. So this area here in the winter stays between 50 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's not a lot of humidity down here. In the summertime, there's a little bit of humidity. So what I do is I have a dehumidifier that I run during the summer, and it keeps the humidity down here around 50%, which is perfect. So there's really no chance for tin cans to get rusty down here due to humidity. So this is what I came up with. Let me go ahead and turn the light around. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what I came up with to store my number 10 cans. As you can see, I've got plastic plumber's tape, and I just screwed it onto the underneath of the floor joists, and it now securely holds these cans. As you can see, I started another strip right here. but I ran out. So I only had about maybe a quarter or so of a row left from when I did my last plumbing project. So that plumber's tape is probably about $6 or $5 for 100 feet. I figured that 100 feet of that plumber's tape would take me the entire length of the underneath of the house here. And as you can see right here, I've got 12 number 10 cans stored up. So just imagine how much more room there is here. I should probably be able to store, I'm guessing, around 50 or 60, if not more. I would say probably close to, no, wait a minute, yeah, 612. I would say probably about 70, 80, roughly like that, number 10 cans. So that's going to make a lot more room in my pantry upstairs so that I can store proteins. So this is my idea, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to stop right here as far as continuing to put these down. To see if I can get any better ideas from the community. So I know you guys have a lot of really good ideas, and if you think of a better idea of how to do this, of how to store in this manner down here, let me know. It's got to be an inexpensive way though, because like I said, it would probably cost me about another $12 in plumber's tape for me to be able to store about another 70 to 80 cans down here, and that I can absorb. You know, $12 and I can absorb. I know I can go really fancy and do some fancy stuff down here, but I'm not going to. So if you guys have any ideas, just let me know, and we'll go through them and see if they are feasible for this application here. All right, I was thinking that maybe I could stand them up because there's enough room. These are 2 by, I think these are 2 by tons. So there would be enough room for me to stand them up. It's just I felt it would be a little more difficult to keep them standing than laying down like that. But yeah, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I came up with, or one of the things that I came up with to make a little bit of extra room. And I can see some people commenting saying, oh, you're a hoarder. Why do you need so much food? Ladies and gentlemen, like I've said several times before, we all prep for what we feel we need to prep for. All right? You have to make up your decision on how much you want, where you want to put it, what kind of things you want to prep. I personally feel that there will be a food crisis within the next 4 to 5 years. I really do. Maybe within, it's going to start manifesting, I think that's how you pronounce it, here within the next 6 months to a year. Once we start using this year's crops and we see that we really didn't grow that much this year, I think you'll start seeing what all of those droughts and floods and weather conditions and bad harvests of this year produced. Because I think that right now we're still living on last year's harvest. But when we start living on this year's harvest, I think that there may be shortages. Now, I hope that I'm wrong. I truly do hope that I'm wrong. But if I'm not, I'll be prepared. And guess what? All of this food that you see here has about 20 years left on it. So I've got plenty of time to use it. If in 15 years, I haven't needed to use this, guess what? I'll start using it, and I'll be more than happy to use it because it's a good product. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just got my first load of gravel, and it looks like I'm going to need 2. So now it's time to start shoveling. Thank you very much for joining in today, ladies and gentlemen. There is not going to be a premiere live chat for Sunday morning, all right? Sorry for giving you late notice on that, but I'm trying to keep it to every other week for the short term, all right? So we will talk to you guys later on during the week. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I am out.